Hey everybody, it sure has been a while, hasn't it? Today's episode of the Snark podcast is sponsored by News Voice. As I'm sure most of us already know, almost all US media is owned by a handful of big, creepy, greedy corporations, so finding unbiased information and different perspectives is pretty damn hard. We need to take back control of the news, and this is how you can help. News Voice gives you a personalized news feed by aggregating major news sites as well as international and independent media. Each story shows several sources which are all tagged with their bias and perspective. I've been saying for years that the best way to get accurate information is to cross-reference all of the biased stuff. So this is pretty perfect for me. As a reader, you'll be joining a movement to change the way we consume news and media. You can upvote the stories that you find interesting so more people will see them, or add stories and links that are missing. Not only will you be joining a democratized platform for news, but you'll also be saving time by getting all of your news in one app, with unbiased summaries written by News Voice's community of volunteers. This is something that I genuinely feel is actually super useful and super important right now, so please download the News Voice app completely free from the link in our description on YouTube, and if you're off YouTube, please visit the Google Play Store or iTunes and search News Voice to download it for free today. newsvoice.com/app/the Snark Tank. Thanks again to News Voice for supporting today's episode, and go ahead and show them support.
Hey, look, it's a little dead meme.
So these people that
Welcome to number 2 of the Dark Tank podcast.
Yeah, baby.
Today I am your host, Thomas Sweeney, and we got my nigga.
Yeah, you know how we do.
At Derek Blackman.
Thank you so much for the introduction.
No problem, son. I got you, kid.
I'm hyped. Unfortunately, Chris Reagan has perished.
Yes.
He was actually on his way back to Cali, and his plane got hijacked by Dr. Drew. Where
Dr. Drew for all the death statements.
Yeah,
Chris has been saying.
They happen to be on the same plane because Chris continuously is perpetuating that conspiracy theory that Dr. Drew is dead. And he finally, karma's a thing, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, karma is real. And so Chris Reagan he's dead. He had been crashed into what's on I don't know. He's in.
I don't know, the Rockies, the fucking Rocky Mountain Appalachian Trail, some bullshit.
Yeah, there you go.
He hit a mountain.
And he hit some stupid
happened.
fucking mountains in the Americas, and he's fucking dead.
Now he's fucking dead. He's dead. He's stupid. He's dead. He's stupid. He's fucking gone.
Yeah.
He's fucking pace. He's fucking Bionicles now. He's all over the place. He's fucking Shrapnel. He turned him into dust.
Oh my god.
Okay, but welcome, guys.
Yo, did you, sorry, before we go forward, somebody, wrote a poem about you. Did you see that?
Oh no, I didn't see a poem they wrote about me. What is it? Is it some fuck shit about Mario Judah?
I mean, just read, this is what it says. It says, I'm a big dog, big bear, nigga, I'm a lion. I'm a predator of the prey that is hiding.
Oh my god.
I love that you fucking already made the connection before I even fucking got there.
God.
Before I even got there.
I'm so sick of the fucking statements, dog. I don't look like him, man. I don't look like Mario Judah. I don't. I'm just heavy set in black also. That's it. That's all I am. That kid is fucking weird.
Come on, little nigga. Did you see somebody tagged us in a meme on Instagram where it said when H.P. Lovecraft finally finds his lost cat, and then he's basically,
oh my god,
like, don't you run from me, little nigga.
Little nigga. That's dog, I fucking hate it, dude. I hate it. H.P. Lovecraft's descendants. If he had any kids, I'm pretty sure he didn't, because he was probably an incel.
Yeah.
Which is gonna bring me to another topic I have later. But if he had any family members, had any children, y'all should be ashamed of your ancestry. He named his cat N-word man, bro. Like, who names a cat nigga man, bro? That's some shit I was just saying unironically. I was like, I'm nigga man, look at me. I'm gonna show up at your house. I'm gonna do nigga shit. No, he named his cat that.
Yeah, Is he ahead of his time with like trolling? I mean, I know he was racist as fuck, but still, like,
by that standard of measurement, are all racists ahead of their time by trolling?
Man,
like if are all racists like, yo, this guy knew comedy before comedy was coming up, you know. Did the fucking Europeans that slaughtered the Native Americans like, this is gonna be a great meme later on as they chop an Inuit's fucking head off?
Yo, this is hilarious. Let's give them these fucking blankets with this fucking disease we don't understand. We know it kills people, but let's give it to them. This is gonna be hilarious.
Dog, they threw the blankets over the walls and waited till they died.
Oh man,
you gotta love Europeans, bro. Y'all are real good at like killing people, dog. Like, it's fucking beautiful. It's like, dang, man.
It's innovate.
Y'all real good at this shit.
They, due to the conditions they lived in, they had to be very innovative to survive, and that also pertained to their killings, because every culture killed, right? But
Absolutely.
The Europeans were so inventive to the point where, when you think about, let's go all the way to the Middle Ages. With the contraptions they came up to kill and torture people, are still nobody's done it like them. No one, the type of shit, if you look at blueprints and drawings of stuff that they came up with, no one is even close to the crazy shit they came up to. Like, there was, yeah, sure, like, some people have done some fucked up shit, right? They've cut heads off and blah, blah, blah. But like, nah, man, they'll have drills that'll like plunge into your ass. They'll fucking like make rats eat your stomach and shit. Like who
Dog, the Iron Maiden, that shit is so fucked up.
Exactly.
The Iron Maiden, or the fucking is it the brass bull?
The brass bull, yeah, that's another one. Like,
that shit is so fucking. That's just evil.
Dude.
That's just like someone who was like, I want to hurt people. I want to hurt people so bad,
dude.
And I like bulls, so let's just do both.
Dude, the stuff that I even like, the stuff that some of them had to do to prove that they weren't, like, say, evil or possessed, or say if you were caught and you needed to prove your innocence, like, say, for example, you're accused of stealing something, and then you would have to, essentially, God would have to protect you from the most dumb bullshit. Like, if you somehow, like, oh, maybe you want a trial by combat, you have to survive, and that's the only way you're proven to be like, oh yeah, so God protected you or something. Or you need to be like fucking set on fucking, or boiled alive in water or something like that, and if it doesn't fuck your skin up, then I guess you're good. Like, stupid shit. Bro, that makes no sense.
Dog, man, they clearly were God's chosen, because I mean, God fucking damn it, man. we were just dealing with fucking like the natural predators and shit, and the occasional like invasion from other people. They were thinking of dealing with like fucking creative murder. It's like, if your asshole doesn't sin shut after I shove this fucking cauterized fucking, after I shove this hot stick in it, then you're the devil. And he's like, well, I gotta take this hot stick up my ass to prove I'm not the devil. And his ass didn't cauterize, and he was just like, oh, this guy's a regular man. It's like, well, no, his blood doesn't clot correctly, and now he's gonna have a really terrible life. But he's gonna kill him, I guess.
Yeah, I think the Europeans are, or at least Mario Judah is the spirit of like medieval stuff, man. Dying very rough, you know, like just.
I hate this guy. I hate him. I fucking hate him. I think Mario Judah is the embodiment of everything. All the music that you listen to, trapped in the body of someone now perform music I listen to.
Yeah. And see, here's the thing about, like, okay, so one of my friends that I grew up with, and I was in a band, and he just made a post on Facebook about like, oh man, fucking death metal is getting so soft. Like, I came here for the gruesome lyrics, the disemboweling and all this stuff. Like, y'all some weak ass niggas. Like, he's this black dude that I used to be in this band with. And I saw somebody replied with, I don't know, man, I just came here to listen to the music. And like, I was laughing because I'm like, that's me. That's always been me. Like, I was like, I enjoy how this shit sounds, but I never, like I said, I didn't have the painted nails and the fucking, you know, I wasn't a misunderstood kid. I just thought this shit sounded dope. I'm like, this is heavy. This is exhilarating. I like what this is. A lot of the musicianship is off the charts because you have to learn. It's fucking, I've been playing the guitar for many, many years, but I've never been disciplined enough to like really learn it. And seeing people that are and that just do shit that I'm like, oh my God, like it's ridiculous to learn this stuff and to get on this skill level, like showing what humans are capable of. It's pretty dope. But anyway, Mario Judah.
That's insane.
It
dude.
is. And Mario Judah is one of those people, right? That's just, he got into the angsty, misunderstood stuff, but he just channeled it into hip hop, where you see a lot of like the XXXTentacions, where he's a huge fan. He was a huge fan of Slipknot, and he just put that rage in his, I'm a misunderstood child and nobody gets me. And I'm like, I don't know, like, what was it? Papa Roach, that song about like cutting yourself or whatever. Like that shit didn't resonate with me at all. I was like, this sounds cool. I remember hearing the riffs and I'm like, this is cool. But I never felt like,
I think,
what's up?
I have an idea. I think that he did it for pussy. I think he did it for pussy because look, all I got to say is this, as, you probably know this pretty well, but as a black man, we're not very prevalent in the the hardcore scene. There's not many of us. So that's just a whole untapped field of pussy, just fucking white pussy, just there for the fucking taking. All right. Now I wasn't really I never got into hardcore, but I was definitely like, I'm a 90s kid. Grew up in like a suburban area. So I was definitely like very understanding of punk, like I knew punk music. I'm a big fan of Green Day, of course. So like I fucking like, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna hang out with these kids. And the amount of snatch I got from just hanging out with these girls who clearly had problems, who I was clearly no good for, not helping them at all. Like I was just like, you know what? This is free real estate. And I have to at least take a bid on this real estate.
Yeah.
So I was just slinging it left and right. I was just like, oh yeah, dude, I'll hang out with this girl today, hang out with this girl tomorrow. And then eventually I was like, these people are crazy because like this girl just was in the middle of sucking my dick and started crying about some shit. And I can't do this right now. Like I can't be a part of this. I was like, what is she crying about? Like,
holy
what?
shit.
Do I stop? Do I stop what I'm doing? I guess I'm going to stop. I don't want to. You just ruined my whole mood. Now you're crying. Now I'm sitting down with a hard dick talking to you about your fucking emotions.
Oh my God. Yeah. Dude, I feel you though, man. I was actually ignorant to that shit though. I was ignorant at first to like how much girls wanted me in that scene. I was very there for the music and the people I hung out with. I really enjoyed the camaraderie and stuff like that. I still like had a lot of great friends, and I was much more direct if I wanted something, and I kind of expected women to be like that too, or girls were all fucking in high school and stuff. But
oh yeah, high school women are the worst people.
But like,
yeah, I understand.
It was like, it took me a minute to realize like, oh, these girls like really fucking, they want me. They're not just being friendly. It took me a minute to realize that. So at first I didn't think anything of it. I just thought that like, oh yeah, I'm nice to these people. They're nice to me back. And then it was after a while I realized that, oh, they really like what one guy put it the best, because they were voting in like, I think senior year, like who's the most unique person in school. And they gave it to me. They're like, yeah, man, because you're like a fucking a gem or a diamond in the rough. Like you're fucking there's like nobody like you. Like you don't see like black dudes that are transcend this. And I was just like, yeah, sure, man. Like I didn't
transcend.
It was yeah, right. Yeah, because to me I was just like, yeah, whatever, dude. Like I never saw myself that way. I understood how it looked when I wore a Slipknot shirt. And then people are like, whoa. But normally the reaction is very positive, and I'm just like, cool. But I never saw myself as like, oh, I'm different from fucking this nigga Joe Nash. That's just like, the regular nigga on the block that just amazing at basketball. And I was jealous of his skills.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really see myself like, oh, we're so different. I'm just like, I don't know, man. I just like this stuff and I'm going to play in a band, whatever. But yeah, the girls were fucking so into that shit. And this is the biggest thing though. I didn't realize how like fucked up everyone was in these genres. I didn't realize that.
Oh, bro, absolutely. You realize it hits you out of nowhere, dude. It hits you in the middle of getting your blowjob, bro. Trust me, in the middle of getting some fucking sucky. You're like, oh shit, these people are fucking wild. I should probably not be here right now.
Yes, dude. And the thing is, since I wasn't super fucked up, but they thought I was, because they would see the tattoos, and then later on when I stretched my ears and stuff, then it's like, oh, this guy's crazy like me. And I've dated some, or at least tried to date some girls that were in the scene, and fuck, man, it was just crazy, just craziest bitches I've ever met. And I was like, I thought maybe there was a lot more people like me that just appreciated the music. And
you're an outlier, dude. You're a fucking outlier.
Yeah, I see that. I mean, and I guess it's the same though for a lot of different communities. People are a certain way and they gravitate for this reason, not for like, especially when it comes to music, like hipsters. They're like, oh, they hate everything mainstream and they're all fucking this and jaded and stuff. And then they gravitate towards these indie scenes where somebody like me can enjoy indie music. And I don't have just a loathing hate for, like, say, things that are just poppy right off the bat. To me, it genuinely has to suck dick. You know what I mean? Like, it's just it's a, what do you call it? It's tribalism. That's yeah. I never really got into being very tribal. I guess at the end of the day, that's what I was trying to say. I don't have the tribalism mentality either. I've actually argued with you and Chris about it all the time, because I don't think everyone initially has that. I think that that's something that a lot of people do have. And I think that particularly younger people are kind of born with it less and less because of how diverse the world is now. That the innate level of tribalism is kind of disappearing, because we're kind of just like, we're all people. We all share memes. We all want to get some fucking, some snatch or some bussy, you know? Yep.
We're all kind of the same.
See, I agree on that aspect. And I do think that we are evolving away from it, which I think that desperately needs to happen. I think that's why things are so shitty still, is because it's so hard not to. It's like, say, for example, let's just use an example. I was talking to my mom like a while ago, and I was criticizing the Democratic National Committee and some of the shit that they've done, and screwing over Bernie Sanders, for example. And
absolutely.
And so when I was saying this stuff, well, she immediately went like, well, what about the Republicans? And my whole, because since I was attacking her team, she was kind of like, what about them? I'm like, dude, they're all sorts of fucked up. I'm not talking about that right now. Like, that's not what I'm talking about. This isn't like an attack to be like, oh, you guys are fucked up and you guys are fucked up alone. We're on the subject of Bernie Sanders getting screwed over. And immediately it's just this inclination to feel like to defend your team and attack the other team. And I'm like, no, see, I'm like, that is the innate problem that we keep fucking doing. You want to just, I was like, I'm not trying to do this to attack you or attack your team. I'm just talking about this one specific subject. If we were talking about a Republican, I would focus on the Republican. It's just, I'm like, we're just talking about Bernie Sanders at that point. And I feel like I see people doing that shit all the time, where it's like, what about this? What about that? You see that
people do it all the time. It's so
fire
fucking
on Twitter,
weird,
dude. On Twitter all the fucking time.
It's insane, because like every time I post, dude, that's why I hate. And like, as much as I love Chris, I love you, I love how I'm in your sphere, I hate the attachment of politics that has unfortunately weaseled its way over into my side of the pond. I feel you. I hate it. Like, I love you guys, you know, without you guys I wouldn't have come as far as I've come. So I appreciate everything that's come from having friends who are you guys. But like, that shit still, and I'm like, yo, I posted some shit like a few days ago about some like girls like, oh my God, I voted for Trump and I was Democrat. And I was like, first of all, bitch, who the fuck gives a shit about who you voted for? You fucking colored hair punk ass bitch. And I just started snapping at her. And then like my comments just filled the fuck up with like, but if she voted for Biden, I was like, well, first of all, I don't like Joe Biden. I wanted Bernie Sanders to become the president. That's who I wanted. Or at least one of the three, her, Yang, Tulsi, or Bernie. I want one of them to become like the person that leads the country, because they have more valid mentalities. But like, it's always just like, it's gotten to the point where there are some people who see that both sides are fucked up, but like, to be a part of the political system that evolves this country, the whole bipartisan thing, the whole three branches, it's all fucked. The whole system is fucked. It's not just like the Democrats are not fucked and the Republicans are fucked, or vice versa. They're both fucked. They both persist this system that is not helping people anymore. It's just about like, dude, you know how, like, think of it like this. All right. We got our first stimulus thing, right? We got it in maybe like April, right? We got it in April on my birthday, I think. Or May.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They were in talks of getting another one out before the first one came out. And we still haven't got it because of the fact that people just can't agree on shit anymore because they all want to line their pockets while they're giving us a little bit of fucking water a little bit of water. They want to get a fucking, I'm like, it's like, what is wrong? Like, that's not just the Republicans doing that. That's not just the Democrats doing that. That's everyone sitting in those fucking rooms are a bunch of money hungry assholes that don't give a shit about anything.
And dude, and 100%, dude, like, you're hitting the nail right on the head, and and this is what comes back to the tribalism. Most people recognize this, but then they kind of revert back to, well, at least my team or my party is less evil. They're not the biggest problem. And I just say, okay, sure. So let's just change the cog and not the entire system. Fine. And then, like, it's just going to keep things rolling the same way. And that's why I'm jaded. I'm jaded as fuck, man. Like, I used to talk about politics in 2010. I had a channel where I was like specifically talking about a lot of stuff. I got burnt out. I started realizing that even when people really seemed like they were ready for change, once people got fucked over, like say whoever it was, like say Bernie Sanders, like say these the last two elections, then people kind of stopped. And I remember asking my brother, like, oh, so what do you think the Democrats, what do you think liberals are going to do to make sure this doesn't happen again? I forgot what he told me, but I kind of like, I just remember my eyes glazing over because I'm like, this is going to happen again because nobody's pressing pause. And this is the last thing I'm going to say about fucking gay ass politics, but is that I don't think none of us regular people can work a job where you have less than a 50% approval. You have to at least you have to be at least, I'm talking about bare minimum, you're a slack-jawed yokel, just barely functioning, and like, okay, this person is giving 50% of the capacity, and that is barely passable. And then you have approval ratings in the government that's like 10%. 15%, where the American people are like, dude, this is bullshit. And then they still keep their jobs. And I'm like,
or the flawed system that like this person goes into office and then the person that goes into office just chooses who is in their office, who's in their cabinet. And it's like, I don't know these motherfuckers. Like, how is this guy's allowed to choose these people? They're just gonna be the fucking all entire branches of government in fucking in the whole country. Like, what? It's so flawed. It's all so fucking horribly flawed. Yeah. And I'm not a very smart person, and I can see it. I can see all the problems that are with it.
And that's the thing. You don't have to be brilliant to understand what the hell is happening. Like, I thought something was going to happen. I thought something special was going to happen when Obama was president, and then he bailed out the banks. I thought the American people were like, none of us wanted this. This is like capitalism. Is the idea of capitalism is, if you fail, you fucking fail. You got to file for bankruptcy. You got to do what the regular people do and not just be like, the banks are too big to fail. And we got to give them their bonuses that they were promised too. And I'm like, what the I was like, wait. So you're going to take our money and you're going to bail these motherfuckers out that fucked themselves over. That was when I thought like, okay, there's no way people are going to put up with this shit. But then we just did. And then that's when like, I got so jaded. Now, of course, I started talking about politics again once the channel blew up, and then Trump, the whole wild card that Trump was, right? But I'm already back to just being just as jaded because I'm realizing that I'm like,
I just don't know.
I'm just jaded. That's why, like, I'm so happy. And look, I'm so happy to do this podcast. I'm so happy that I'm taking music a lot more seriously now. Something that I've been wanting to be in the music industry for a long time. So now I've been working like tirelessly on covers and then writing some original music on the sides because I definitely want to get away from this and here's the biggest thing. I feel like just like being a doctor, just like being an engineer, an architect or whatever, there's a certain amount of people that this is their life. This is what they want to do and this is their lane. And at the end of the day, politics, isn't my lane. Like, people wanted me to go further in that lane. They wanted me to speak at this event, do this. Why don't you run for this? And I'm like, fuck that shit, dude. I'm like, you look at when I see an issue, and the biggest issue was people were fucking with things that I love. Like the idea that people were putting all of their identity politics in the video games and into movies and literature and all this stuff that, like,
so much shit, man.
When I just wanted to escape. Like, I just want to listen to Mario Judah without fucking having to hear anything about any fucking any foreign affairs. I don't want to hear about any, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to listen to music. I want to watch a movie, and then I don't want to hear about fucking Trump or somebody's fucking whiteness. I'm like, I don't fucking care. I
hated it, dude. I hated like, how I explain it. Like, I'm someone who, I enjoy change in media. I actually really like it. Like, for instance, a lot of people, when Thor was a female, Jane Foster, a lot of people innately did not like that.
Sure.
And I was like, that's kind of cool. Like, this is kind of cool. I like that Jane Foster story. You know, this gives a different perspective of the character. I like change because I think change allows for cool stories. But I don't want you to force your fucking ideologies or fucking or get on your high horse and talk down to me about how I like what I like makes me bad.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you don't gotta do that. Or ideologues. There you go. You don't have to put your fucking ideologues and shit. You can just fucking write something that's cool that may be different from the status quo, and that's it, you know? Like, I don't like how I also don't like this. I might lose my black card for this, but I don't like how the world shames white people for being white. That's something that I've noticed a lot. That's like become a thing that white people are like kind of ashamed of being white. I'm like, bro, you shouldn't be ashamed of being white. You know, y'all won. Y'all won the game. Y'all won the fucking race at the end of the day. You know, like, yeah. Don't like I hate how the fucking, like, whenever, like, like, even the word Karen, like, I don't like using that word. Because I instinctively, like, this is me, all right? This is Kingston. This is not Sweeney, all right? Let me take a step back out of character, and the person that emerges from the character is me. Okay. I don't like using the word Karen because instinctively, when I would call someone out of their name in a term because of the way they look, I instantly feel I instantly understand that is what people do to people that look like me when they call them the word nigger, you know, like, that is the same thing in my mind. You're right. No, you are right that. And like, that's right. Weird. And that's, I can't take that step. Like, I can't, like, I don't say that to people. I don't say that to people. I don't even, like, honestly, like, if I wasn't on a podcast right now, I probably wouldn't even be using the N-word at all. I'll probably just be like thinking, and like, I don't really like using the word nigga that much in general. I say it with you because it's hilarious. We just throw the word out so much.
In my regular, it's not normally a part of my vocabulary. It's a part of when I'm having fun. When I'm on Twitter. Yeah. And I'm going to say something like, oh, I have a good something, you know, and then throwing in the word nigga just spices things up, man. And
it's a little bit of flavor, dude. It's a little bit
exactly.
It's like Salt Bae with the fucking salt down his wrist. Like, bam.
Boom.
Nigga's going to punctuate this really nice.
That is the best point right there. Nigga is basically Salt Bae raining down on that meat, dude, with salt. That is 100%. That is 100% perfect visual, too. That, yeah, man. And I feel you, dude. Look, it's one of the reasons why, if you looked at my channel, one of the biggest criticisms was not criticisms of me, but one of the things that I was criticizing the most was that narrative of shaming white people. When I was thinking, I'm like, oh, they're doing what they did to niggas fucking all these years. Yeah. I was just like, this ain't cool, man. Can we just, like, look, I use this as an example all the time. I use Jon Stewart and Al Simmons in the comic book world all the time, where without shoving it down your fucking throat, and I'm gonna be real, like, Todd McFarlane did a little bit, was like, oh, look at me, like, kind of being a little bit righteous that he's the number one comic in the world, basically being like, oh, look at Spawn's black.
My flagship's a black.
Yeah,
man,
and like he didn't do it. He didn't overdo it, but he did, you know, a little bit, kind of, because he probably was a little bit proud, you know. I can kind of I can understand that to a certain extent. But
I respect.
But my thing is, Jon Stewart and Spawn, Al Simmons, were just dope as fuck without, like, being overtly shoved down the throats that look at these black people, look at what we look at, this is for you, it was just there, it was just a thing. And I feel like
I think even Morales is like that too.
Sure.
I think Miles is a little more ethnic centric, because I think of where he's from as well too. Cause like him being like me being a black Puerto Rican man, I know that my culture is a lot from where I'm from. Like being in New York.
Yeah.
What you are, that being those two races will be prominent in your life.
Yeah. And I understand
it'll constantly come up. But even him, like that's not all about him being a black man. I respect that too. Like especially Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart may be a black man, but it's not forced down our throat. He's black in his appearance, but him being black isn't his whole character, which I really respect about that.
Yeah. It's just
same thing with Storm too.
That's what I'm talking about. These characters, these powerful characters that were created, and the point of them existing isn't just like, look at them, they're black, which if they were created today, in today's era, that would be used and it would annoy the fuck out of me. Now, that doesn't automatically mean, though, that they're bad characters. And this is what's happening right now. Things are being shoved down people's throats so much that people are kind of so quick to just think that this is going to be trash automatically. And it's going too far in the other direction. Like that fucking, that dude. And I've mentioned this before, right? I've mentioned the Quartering, Jeremy from the Quartering. I've mentioned it before that he's gone so far in the other direction where it's, say, I was in the genre of anti-SJWs. I was annoyed. Mm-hmm. Things calmed down. I stopped giving a fuck. Like, really, I remember, so I just saw him post something about Batwoman, and he's been bitching about Batwoman for like a long time. I saw the trailers, and my video was, I'm not going to watch this. I'm not really a fan of CW, DC shows. I've watched some of them and they were okay. But like, at the end of the day, this isn't aimed towards me. Like, I don't watch The View. You know what I mean? That's not my audience. That's not my shit.
Yeah, I feel you.
So why am I going to waste my time bitching about this shit? Like, I looked at it and I was like, oh, this isn't for me. It's a CW show. And then I went about my business. I'm like, why are you even...
people lament too much.
Yeah, why are you pretending to give a fuck about this? You're not gonna watch it. And things that I did watch, and things that I did partake in, like, say, I used to read so many articles on video games. I'm talking about Kotaku, Rock, Paper, Shotgun, Games Radar. It doesn't matter. I would always hop around because I had so much time at my old job. And then I started noticing the shift in 2014 when I was like, what are these... They're not talking about the games anymore. They're talking about like people's identities and who's playing and this and that. It was weird. Like that was the shit that started to bother me. And then when certain companies made the decision to just keep it the same, they were like, we're just going to talk about games. Like we'll leave the politics and the other shit to what other people have been doing. The people that are talking politics. And I'm like, cool. That's my lane. That's where I'm going to get my information from. And just navigating through that stuff, it became pretty chill. And, like, I'm glad that this stuff calmed down. And of course, things are pretty high right now because of the election, because these old
obnoxious.
motherfuckers are... What do you think? Okay. Have you been paying attention at all? Like, I don't want to get deep into politics.
I didn't watch the last debate. I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Dude,
I was just so fucking far gone.
Let's be honest, man. Let's be honest. No one has to look. The elections are not gonna sway anybody from who they already know they're gonna vote for, right?
Literally, that's literally like you figure that out way beforehand. You're like, oh, I'm not gonna vote. Like me. I figured out 8 years ago that I was not going to vote for Donald Trump. I figured out when he was talking about Barack Obama's not being an American citizen. I was like, oh, I'm not going to vote for this guy. That is when I figured that out. I was like, all right, cool. I mean, when I was 18 years old, I figured I was never going to vote for this man.
Yeah, it's just,
it's been the same way since.
It's like,
that's it. Nothing's changed. Nothing's been like, oh shit. Well, you know, Donnie T has some pretty good ideas all of a sudden. No, I hate that guy. I just don't like him. That's it. You know what I don't like about Donald Trump?
What don't you like about
Donald
me?
Trump?
What don't you like about me?
Donald Trump is the embodiment of Manhattan, and I hate Manhattan more than I hate any part of New York. I hate Manhattan. I hate how it's all glitz and glam and it's just fake. None of that is real. None of that, like, that is supposed to be the New York culture.
Well, I hate
but
you
that's
too,
just
Sweeney.
the frosting. It's just, I hate it.
I hate you
and
too.
people are gonna get mad. Chris is gonna hear this. He's gonna be like, what the fuck you talking about? You hate Manhattan. I love Manhattan. You can suck a dick, Chris. Fuck you. I hate
Well, it
Manhattan.
doesn't matter that Chris is gonna say that because he's fucking dead. It doesn't matter. He's fucking.
I fucking hate it. I hate it. I've never liked Manhattan, but that's because I'm from a different borough. I think that's what it is. It's like people that love fucking LA, but no one from Los Angeles, no one from LA County likes LA. Everyone's like, fuck LA.
Yeah.
It's that idea where like everyone is like, this is the glitz and a beautiful part of it, and this is what you're seeing, and then you get there and everyone's like, yeah, fuck this. This is the worst part. Like, I don't like it. I hate LA.
I couldn't agree with that.
I'm not even a California native, and I think LA sucks dick.
That makes
bro.
it even.
I fucking hate
that
LA.
makes it even. To me, it's like that's what it is astonishing to me when people like LA, or when people make the conscious decision to move
there, bro.
It blows my fucking mind. I was like, dude, in where you came from, whatever city or wherever country came from, do you ever fucking, there's always a downtown or that one big city. Do you want to live there? Like, why the fuck would you move over here into that? Like, it's so crazy.
LA
to me.
is such dick, bro. It's
crazy to
so
me.
fucking dick, dog. I every time I go there, I go to LA for events, and then before the event is over, I want to leave. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to be here no more. I fucking hate it.
It's gross. It fucking
It's gotten to the
smells,
point
dude.
that I want to. It's got to the point where I don't want to live in. Well, also, I lived in Glendale, California first.
Yeah.
Glendale sucks mad dick. It's the worst. but LA is really terrible, and it's gotten to the point that I just don't want to live in California anymore. I just don't want to live in the state anymore. I have to, because I start nursing in fall, so I have to be here to do my nursing program. But like, as soon as I'm done with that, I'm taking my girlfriend and we're moving. We're fucking going somewhere else. I can be a social media person anywhere I go. I can stream anywhere I go. I can fucking make YouTube videos anywhere I go. And then I can be a nurse literally anywhere on this planet and get paid pretty good money relative to everybody else in the area. So I'm just gonna get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna hightail it. 'Cause I hate this place.
I understand, man. I understand. That's when we were originally talking about what the plans were before COVID, if we were gonna do the podcast in person, that was really the only thing that was gonna keep me in California. Because I had already had because like I'm here smack dab in the middle of LA, and I can't even tell you, I've been here, for just about a year, and I can tell you like how horrible it's been to my mental and physical health. It's just being here and one thing that makes me the maddest is the homeless people. They get mad at you if you don't give them money. Like they get mad like that. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong? I lived in a lot of different places, and usually if you don't give them something, you're just like, okay, God bless, and then you feel bad. But these people, like, they're so insane and savage that they'll just fucking like, they'll scoff at you like how dare you not fucking help me? And I'm like, dude, there's a food bank down the street. Go down the street. There's a food bank. Like I've seen.
It's insane.
It's crazy. But anyway, yeah. I don't want to be here anymore. I
don't want to be here anymore.
I've had options to or I thought about it. I at least thought about where I was gonna go, and that's still very soon. I got to make the decision on where I'm gonna end up, because just like you, I don't necessarily need to be in Cali. Especially if we're gonna continue doing the Snark Tank, online, like doing it the way we are, and eventually, we've been talking about this for a while, but I feel like we're gonna have to reanimate Chris, right? We're gonna have to, and then we're gonna have to like, we're gonna have to slap,
Re-erect him?
slap him up a little bit, because some of the stuff that we need to get done on this podcast, it's things that Chris is the conductor. And so
That's true.
we kind of have to slap them up a little bit, because we've been talking about doing video format for I don't know how many episodes, like how many times we mentioned it.
Yeah, well, video format's going to be tough for me too, because as you guys know, I recently got a computer, and my computer had some sort of hardware malfunction, so I had to send it back in. So video is going to be a little bit for me until my my good old computer gets back. And I'm like, right now I'm recording on my laptop, and my laptop is the most unresponsive piece of this computer it's been around for 4 years. I appreciate it, but I really just want to put my fist through it, man. I fucking hate it. It doesn't listen. It takes forever to load. It's just a piece of shit. It's a piece of shit. I hate it so much.
I feel you, man. And obviously, to me, it's one of those things where we've waited this long. We can definitely wait longer. You know what I mean? We can definitely.
Yeah, we can do a little longer.
Yeah, like,
bear with us, guys. We're gonna get you guys some nice and spicy. Just you wait. I promise.
Dude, I want to get like dope cameras, bro. I want to get like dope cameras that like make us look pretty. Like, I don't want that fucking fuzzy shit. Like, you see all those Logitech webcams. Fuck that shit.
Like not like Moist Critical's camera where he looks like a fucking water painting. No, I want something fucking nice. I want something fucking pretty.
And yeah, the motherfucker. What is with that? What is with all these people that have like all the money and they can't invest?
I hate it so much,
bro. Invest a little bit. Like, give back to the people that have given you all of this fucking money. Like, they're watching your shit sick. And you're profiting off of it, and you can't just spend a fraction of that money to just give them some clarity.
I hate it. It makes me so mad. Seeing that shit makes me so fucking angry. Cause he's funny. He's a really funny guy. I think Critical's hilarious. But like, god damn, get a better fucking camera, dude. Just upgrade a little bit, man. Get an HD camera. Please. Please get an HD camera, dude. You have enough money. You're not poor. You are fucking the algorithm right now. And I'm proud of you that you're doing that. Just get a fucking good camera, please, for me. Please.
Everyone. All you big creators, because there's a long list that can be dropped on that shit. Like my boy Mudahar, fucking from Some Ordinary Gamers. He's another one.
God damn it.
He's another one that, like, I love that dude. But I get mad when I watch his shit because it's just like, I'm like, come on, dude. It's not like, let's be real. Come on, man. It's not going to hurt
you can afford
it's not going to hurt your pocketbook. Like, you're going to be okay. I would, I actually, when, this podcast that I watch, Your Mom's House, they just recently upgraded their cameras and I was like, holy shit. Like, they look so good. And then I was thinking to myself, I'm like, oh, I wonder what specs they have and if I can fit it into my budget. Cause I've been using the same DSLR camera to record everything for 3 years. And I thought that's a long time to not upgrade my equipment. And, I like recording a lot darker now. And I don't have the best equipment for it to capture it exactly how I would like it to where it looks beautiful even in the darkness with not a lot of video noise. And so I thought, like, well, let me upgrade my shit. So I'm looking into that. And then I thought, like, yeah, we're going to get a video camera for the Snark. We're going to get all that shit figured out. We're going to look pretty. And then once we look pretty, we're going to go even harder in the paint talking shit on people. We talk shit.
Absolutely, because I'm fucking cute, and I got to use the fact that I'm cute along with my fucking voice to hurt people's feelings. Fuck everybody, that's not me.
We need the world to see this diversity, and we need to fucking
exactly, bro.
We need to paint Chris Browner though. We need to really show that he's fucking like some sort of that he's Puerto Rican, because people you can't look at Chris and then just know that he's Puerto Rican, right? We gotta.
I can because I am also Puerto Rican, but like I think that's the only reason why. But I feel like people can't look at me and tell I'm Hispanic. Well, if I have my facial hair, people are like, oh, you got some weird facial hair on you. What's wrong with that?
I mean, yeah, there's
like a regular black
people
man.
Are gonna people are gonna make those type of like, but you can also like say there's like, say for example, there's some there's a fighter, there's Yoel Romero, he's a Cuban, and you would just think, if you just glance at him at first, you'd probably think, oh, it's just a black guy, but you know he's Cuban, and so like to me it's like I can totally understand where it's like there's a lot of what do you call it, the southeastern island niggas. I can't even wait. Caribbean, thank you.
Caribbean, fucking southeastern island niggas. I hate you. I can't believe you called every group there southeastern island niggas. I
couldn't think of the word. I couldn't think of the word
That
Caribbean.
Is such a disrespectful fucking statement. Can I have every Caribbean that listens to this just comment why, Derek? Just why?
Couldn't think of the word, and I didn't want to stop. I don't want there to be any cuts in this podcast. I was like, you know what, dude? I just want to just fucking line it up. I want to clean up the audio, fucking slap it together and post it so motherfuckers can get this shit quick. And I was just I was trying to be on my toes, and that was the quickest thing I could think of.
So, I'll go with it, man. Most of us are niggas anyway, dog.
I mean, you all got a little nigga in you.
You all got a little nigga in us.
How do you feel about people, usually British people, that pronounce it Caribbean? How do you feel about that?
Caribbean? I don't look, bro. We could go on a whole rant about British people like we do every time, right? British people are just silly fucking Americans that talk like they're stupid. They're fucking. Britain is a country. I'm about to say this. Holy shit! Let me take a moment to gather myself. Because I'm about to say something super fucking ignorant.
Do it,
right? British people are just a bunch of Americans with fucking speech impediments, all right? They need to fix themselves up. They need to speak like we do, all right? Because I'm sick of fucking hearing water. Let me get glass of water, please. It's like, no, it's fucking water, you dumb daft bitch.
Water?
Except for black British people. Black British folk are actually cool as fuck.
All right.
They're the coolest people on the planet. They are, bro.
Doesn't that make you mad, though, that they're butchering hip-hop, though?
Oh, the hip hop doesn't exist, bro. That shit's garbage. It's so fucking dog. I saw a meme where it was like a British rappers are gathering, and it's a bunch of dancing trash cans, and I was like, fucking shit.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yo,
I saw that.
There's only one British artist I know that's actually, well, no, I know African. I know like a Afro British, like girl who's like, she's got a pretty fucking hard song. But, you know who Stormies is?
Stormies?
Yeah.
That sounds very familiar, but I'm not.
He's an Afro British singer, and he's good. He's pretty good. But like, they just sound fucking silly, bro. They sound like hip hop Harry British nursery rhymes, bro. I can't fucking deal with them.
It's just hard because it's such a proper like dialect, a lot of them, where it just doesn't mesh very well. It just doesn't mesh well. Like when you're trying to rhyme and you're trying to sound hard. I mean, it just kind of like, and of course, I'm sure a lot of they would be very angry hearing this shit, but I mean, it's just, I don't hate all of it, because for a while I was kind of, and I'm sure you would hate this. I'm sure you would hate this.
Don't say it.
No, I was just going to say that, like, there's a group called Foreign Beggars that you would probably hate so much, because it's this one dude, that's basically raps like KSI, and then, which it is.
Oh God. And then, oh my God. Don't get me started on KSI, bro. Don't get me started on KSI. If KSI respected himself as a black man, he'd stop rapping, bro. If he had any respect for himself as a black man, knowing that is a part of his culture, he would stop what he's doing. He made a song with Lil Pump. I can't stand that nigga. I can't do it, man.
Nigga gang, nigga. I mean, Gucci gang. Something cooking propane. I fucked a nigga and forgotten his name. I don't remember the song.
I hope Lil Pump I hope Lil Pump falls asleep at the wheel, man. I hate that guy. I fucking hate him, dog.
God, man.
I can't deal with it. I can't deal with, like, hip hop isn't a joke to me. That's the thing. It's not a joke. It's not a game. It's my culture. That is a part of hip hop. Let me tell you what my culture consists of. Hip hop, comic books, New York, and fucking fantasy / anime shit. That is all I am as a person, really. That's it. And when someone disrespects one of those things, like anime, you can shit on anime all you want. Anime is cringe, and the people that like anime are usually fucking bastards. But
yeah.
But like those other things, man, you can't fuck with hip hop. You know, like out of all of them, I really get mad about hip hop. And like when people fucking just make bad statements, like for me, like how to explain it? when you go into that field and you so vehemently disrespect it, you deserve nothing but the wrath of God. You deserve absolute punishment.
Look, I get it. I do get what you're saying. There's a lot of there's examples in a lot of mediums and things that are very cultural movements, and there's gross offenders within them. I totally get it.
It's like I'm being imagine I'm a Japanese man, right?
Yeah.
And these bastards come into the hentai field and they just produce the worst shit. The most terrible hentai. Like, what the fuck, bro? You know what this means to me? This might be a fucking pastime. This is part of my life, bro.
Oh my God.
These tentacles don't even look real. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh my God. Dude, I don't understand. I'm gonna be real. I don't understand hentai. I'm just be honest.
Me neither. But we're how do I say it? This is gonna transfer into some other thing. We enjoy regular vagina, so that's why we're not a fan of. I am not really sexually attracted to any female, an animated female. There's like maybe four. That I'm like, oh, that's a hot girl. Like for me, it's Carol Danvers, Miss Marvel, because she's a bad bitch. There's Storm. There's 90s Rogue, and then there's
those
Gamora, but as Zoe Saldana.
Yeah,
that's it.
But yeah, if they have like very human features, then my mind can kind of like be like, oh, what up? You know what I'm saying? Like say when you talk about Rogue was my shit. In the X-Men animated series, like holy shit.
Oh my God, like she was cheeked up for no reason, bro.
You ever see that? You remember that fucking iconic scene where she's laying in front of Apocalypse and her ass has no reason being like a third of the screen? It's just so.
Dog. It's
and Apocalypse.
That scene is iconic.
I just feel like I was like, dude. His eyes like are probably like just somehow he has some type of power where he can see through her and see that like them cheeks, and he's just like, wait, what was I doing again? Like he just forgets that he was.
Was I about to kill you? I don't know. I'm confused.
Yeah, that's enough cheek to really just stop you in your tracks and be like, okay, dude, I don't even care about what was about to happen anymore. I don't care about scrubbing humans.
I don't even care about my zealotry, bro. Like you wanna get down, wanna hang out.
I wonder if there's
honestly, pussy could do that, dude. Pussy could do that. I'm
very
sure.
much can. I for sure have been mid thought and have seen, lovely parts on a woman and forgot everything. My mind was like wiped clean. Like say receiving like a nude you weren't expecting, and then I was deep in thought about something or a conversation was happening, and then my mind is just like, oh, I don't even know what I was. This is it, Michael Jackson. This is it. This is all I give a fuck about now. And that's
honestly, to be real, I didn't really get nudes that often, man. I never really got nudes that often because, like, I think I told the story before, but one time a girl talked me into sending her a picture of my dick, and she put it all over fucking photo bucket. So like, I just like that moment, I was like, I'm not really into this whole entire thing. Like, I don't want to ask anybody for this because I know what the pain is like, and I don't want to send it because I know what the pain is like. So like, I don't really want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
So I never really got nudes that often. I'm just like, I don't know. I've definitely like.
I understand.
I definitely like. I've seen girls that are like so beautiful. I'm like, wow, this girl is really, really, really attractive.
Yeah.
Good for her. But also I've been like in a relationship for like so many years that like the only girl I really think is beautiful is my girlfriend now.
I mean, that's not
gay
true.
to
That's
say.
fucking stupid. Shut the fuck up. That's not even
the only girl I think like. The only girl I think like, oh, this girl is the only girl that I think is like, oh my God, that can make me lose my breath as my girlfriend.
Okay.
I just love
that
her only.
makes like that. I understand that, but like your original statement was like the only girl that's beautiful to you, and I'm like, okay, come on, your eyes aren't fucking broken. Like
the only girl I have eyes for is my girlfriend, but I can admit other girls are.
Yeah, and that is 100% fine to say. Like I have no problem with somebody saying that. Oh, like I my girlfriend is the only girl that makes me feel this way. But, you know, if I see, it's like you can be in a mature relationship, be mature adults, and admit that, say, for example, celebrities, oh, she's gorgeous, he's gorgeous. It's like we talk about Henry Cavill or whoever, fuck.
Oh,
like we could.
He's different. He's different from other
but
people.
like,
though.
oh, he definitely.
He's not the same grade as them. He's different.
Yeah, he's made out of he's not even. I don't think he's carbon, dude. I think he's made out of something that's just beauty.
He's
like,
made out of perfected diamond, bro. He's diamond alloy. He is chiseled and the most. I just let's stop before I pop one right now. Let's just.
Isn't it crazy though when you see some people that are so fucking like pretty? You're like it's almost upsetting that like. Someone was forged like just normally. They just exist. And I'm like, dude, what the, like, it's almost like an affront. Like, fuck you, dude. I saw,
you know
what's up? What's up?
Go say your point. I have something that's ridiculous I'm going to say.
No, I was,
so,
there's
say your point.
I'll just say it real quick. There's this guitarist. I don't even know his name, probably because I hate him this much. But he has a song called Passion Flower. And every once in a while I come across it because it's on my like yearly review Facebook thing. Like, oh, this year you fucking posted this or whatever. And this is dude that is singing, like he's playing the guitar. He's doing the beats on it too. And then he's down tuning it to hit like a certain note. He's doing all this shit and it's beautiful. It's so good that it pisses me off. It's one of those things where it's like, fuck you, dude. Like, at this point, you could have had another person handle one of the other things. Like, you could have had one person handle the beat. But he's like, no, I'm just going to do it all myself. It just pisses me off because it's that good. He's that talented. And I feel the same way about like, well, maybe not Henry Cavill because he just like, he said he's the one dude that we'd bang. But I would say most other insanely gorgeous people, you kind of just like, fuck you, man. Like, fuck you. You shouldn't, this shouldn't be like, you should probably,
you know,
what's up?
So we were talking about, as soon as you're talking about how people are just naturally born, my brain went to CRISPR technology. And I was just like, yo, when you look at like some celebrities' kids, like let's say like LeBron James, his son Bronny is like 6'2". And he's like 15 years old.
I don't even think he's 15. Oh, yeah, he is 15 now. Probably right, yeah.
He's like 15 years old. I do not believe that his son was born through natural means. I think that they definitely got like prototype CRISPR technology and made his son. Like, because his wife is not that tall. He could have very likely had a small kid, you know?
Yeah,
he could have like,
true.
But the fact that all his kids are tall, except for his daughter is not very tall. And it's like, are you serious, bro? Like, nah, bro, you fucking engineered your fucking child, bro. You know damn well you fucking lab fucking test tube babied your fucking kid out to be fucking tall. Don't lie to me, bitch.
I mean, look, it is absolutely possible since he has the resources to do so. But at a certain point, when people like LeBron were just biologically engineered. Jesus Christ. Jeez, I just had the biggest brain fart. God damn. But yeah, biologically engineered. Like he was just natural. I feel like his sperm is just inevitable. Like at this point. And I feel like also, you know, why like say black people are usually so dominant is because they're basically, China's now taking a blueprint of what happened to our ancestors, where over here it was like, yo, that's strong, you're fucking tall, you're this, you guys fuck, we want strong ass motherfuckers, right? They were doing shit like that, and now that's how,
they are doing the selective breeding thing. I heard about that.
Yeah. And that's what, like, say China, like Yao Ming or Ming Yao, he's a product of that. That's why he's so goddamn tall. And it's totally possible that LeBron just went like, put some of this stuff in my jizz or whatever, however it works. Or he just, his genetics are so dominant that it's like inevitable for his offspring to be fucking giants. And, you know, it's crazy. I was looking at Dolph Lundgren's family, Drago. And, like he had some of his, like, I remember one of his brothers was like even taller than him. And I was looking at his family.
That's
And I was like,
insane.
oh my, they're fucking trees. they're just tree people. It's such a weird thing to see. And I'm the example of, like say, well, it's really I didn't have a fighting chance probably because of my mom. But like say my mom's family, they're all above 6 feet. My mom's pretty short, so she got the short end of the stick. And then I look like my mom, so I inherited my mom's genetics, and that's why I'm fucking short. But it's
I'm a middle ground because my mom was like 5'10",
yeah,
and my dad is like 6'6". So I was like, me being like 6'2" is like a very middling ground.
yeah,
for them.
yeah. There you go. You know what I learned? I don't remember if we mentioned it on the podcast, but somewhere we were talking about it because for some reason I always thought 5'10" was the average male height in America, and then
That's not. It's like 5'8".
it actually said 5'6", and I'm like bullshit. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up again. I'm gonna put average. Oh my god, I can't even spell right now. Average male height in U.S. I like how it's like the 5th or 6th thing down. Like people look it up. Yeah, it says fucking 5'6". And to me,
Damn.
and I was just like, I'm fucking average height, son. That's weird. Like, probably not obviously probably not worldwide. I wonder what it is worldwide though. But in the U.S., I'm average height, which I never considered that. I'm just like, oh, I'm short, whatever. I actually didn't even think about me being short until I started getting a larger presence on the internet and realizing like how many people actually focused on height, because I never really did, and I don't think people that aren't tall ever do. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you don't have any reason.
That's
you don't
true.
have any reason to focus on it. It's just you just are, and yeah. So let's see what the world is. And
Dog, it's global. So average male height for males is 5'6". Period.
no, it's globally. It says when I put in the world, it says 5'10".
5'10".
Yeah, I believe that. You know why I believe that to be true?
Worldwide.
You know why I believe that to be true? When I had a layover in London, so I told people, this was in 2017. I was flying back home, and I told people like, "Hey guys, if you want to meet up at like a pub in Heathrow, like let's all meet up." And like I think like 12 or 15 people showed up. It was mind blowing because my YouTube was barely taking off, and like more than 10 people showed up, and everyone, including the women, were taller than me. I was like,
Dang, where were you? Were you in Europe?
yeah, I was in London. And I was like,
Oh, damn,
I was like,
dude.
what the fuck? I was like, even the women were taller than me. I was like, what the fuck? Everyone's just taller over here. I was just like looking at people walking around. I was like, dude, everyone's just taller. Like, it's just, they average height taller. And then, of course, being in the U.S., I guess, you have Hispanics, a lot of Hispanics, and Hispanics are historically aren't very tall. And Native Americans as well. So I think that's what averages out and why it's 5'6" over here. And then worldwide you have giants all over. So then 5'10" seems like an average to me. But I'm gonna pull up that picture.
That's
I'll probably
crazy.
put it in like the notes or something where you can just see me in like the middle and everyone is taller than me. It's just like,
That's crazy because I make fun of my girlfriend for being short every fucking day. She's like 5'2.5" or something like that. And I call her short every fucking day because she's a midget. You've seen her compared to me. I'm actually a foot taller than my girlfriend.
yeah, you definitely.
And it's
Gotta hurt your neck,
it's
right?
like
You're fucking like trying to bend down, like hug her, kiss her, or whatever. Fucking like.
I just put my head on my arm on her head, and I just like use it as like a little rest.
Or do you like? That's nice. Yeah.
But what you call it? Yeah, apparently she's above average height. So look at that, Lily. When you look at this, you're gonna be like, "Oh, I'm above average height." You should feel good about
Yeah,
yourself.
you can feel better. These averages can make you feel better. And here's the thing though, and this is probably the biggest reason why I never considered a height being like a thing. Because there's some dudes out there that are like, oh, what a manlet. Oh, this, that. They view it as negative. And I guess the reason why I never viewed it as negative because I've been in the combat sports as long as I can remember. And the baddest dude on the planet, the dude that I wanted to emulate when I was growing up, well, at least as far as fighting goes, not like as a character, but Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's like 5'9".
Yeah.
And then
He's not very tall.
Floyd Mayweather
for a
came
heavyweight
around.
boxer, dog.
Yeah, for a heavyweight, he's fucking tiny. And Floyd Mayweather, one of the best defensive boxers, or the best defensive boxer in the world, is 5'8".
I'd say the best. I would go as far as say the best defensive boxer.
Yeah,
in the
for
world.
sure, for sure.
He's so good at like just not. He's so good at rolling off hits, man. It's wild.
Yeah.
It's so wild. Just watching him box, it's like shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like his fights may be boring to the person that doesn't really like watch. Like if you watch 90s, 80s boxing now is boring.
Yes.
No matter what.
Yes,
it's always going to be boring. Because there weren't animals that were walking into the ring trying to level each other. People are playing for that. Now they're doing it for money, which like, I'm not saying it's not about the sport anymore, but the price is heavier now. Like it's more price to it.
Yeah.
Than it was back then. Back then it was like, I'm getting in the ring and I'm going to try to break your fucking face. Like watching like Roy Jones Sr., fucking Tyson, freaking Holyfield, like they were monsters. They were like terrifying people. Like they would try to kill each other.
It's a very different. People have smartened up as well, so they are trying to be a lot more elusive so they can box longer.
Yeah, because they're not going blow for blow anymore.
It is
crazy.
It's smarter, and like it's like say even in the UFC, for example, the most dominant champion who actually just retired, Khabib Nurmagomedov, he almost never he lost technically. Everybody says he lost one round in his entire 29-0 career. The thing is, he would wrestle people and then he would ground and pound and submit them. And to the casual fan, they think like, oh, this shit's boring. He's just humping them, he's just humping them. And that's how it is kind of, I feel like how if you're casually watching something, it was kind of like say when I would casually watch people play like Diablo or WoW or Dota or something, you kind of see it and you're like, what the fuck's that shit? But then once you start understanding it, you're like, I see what's happening. This is very technical. But from an outsider's perspective, it can just be kind of like trash. But I really appreciate the ground game. I actually, for a while, I just haven't worked up the courage. I was like, I want to fucking take jujitsu, man. Like, I really want to take jujitsu because I just like if I get into a fight and if it ever goes in the ground, I'm fucked. Like if somebody knows entry level shit,
85% of the fight goes to ground. Like people like. I have been in quite a few fights in my life. And pretty much every fight, there is at least a bit of time where you're on the ground. If you can get someone while they're on the ground, you win that fight. If you can lock up someone's arms and get at least one of your arms feed a whale on their face, you're winning that fight. No matter how big the person is, no matter how much better that person's hands are than you, if you can lock someone's body up and get one of your freaking limbs free, you're winning that fight. You're going to punch him in the face till he falls asleep, or you're going to elbow or knee him in a part of his body to the point that he doesn't want to stand up anymore. Like you're good. You're
100%, man. It's something that I've put off for so long. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if there's a part of me that's like there's a part of me that doesn't want to like hump dudes all day. I think maybe there is a part of me that's like the learning process of being locked in. Because, dude, if somebody mounts you, that's like the gayest shit. It's like, it's just
look, bro. It could be gay or it could be a good time. All right, you gotta figure out a way to trick yourself into thinking like, oh, we're just having some good old fun right now. Nothing weird about it. The fact that his dick is hard grazing against my buttocks is nothing weird about this. All right.
Dude, imagine what if like somebody like you're doing a class, right? And then all right, so we're gonna show you the fundamentals. All right, we're gonna have this guy. He's gonna pass your guard and he's gonna mount you. So he's on top of you, and then like fucking your guys' dicks are rubbing together and you nut. What do you do?
Oh my god!
What do you do?
Hey, you fucking just cum your fucking pants, bro. And then he's just looking at you and he's like, bro, did you just cum your pants? And he's like, you're like, yeah. And he's like, dude, me too. And he stands up and he cummed his pants also. And you guys are both just sitting there in your fucking nut. Oh my God.
And from that moment on, you guys are just, you're fucking gay. Like you get married and shit. What if jujitsu, it's so good that it turns you gay? Like, did we just learn something? Did we just discover something?
I'm not gonna say that because like I don't particularly think you're turned gay, but I'm gonna say that
whatever liberal. Whatever you fucking
liberal.
It's your choice.
Fucking liberal.
Your choice to suck dick. Whatever, liberal.
Fucking liberal. Dude, I don't even know where to go with this. Okay, but let's change subjects. If I actually wanted to get back into fighting a few years ago, but I remembered how much I hate fighting people. I never liked fighting people. I thought I did. I thought I liked fighting people, and then I was like, I really don't like this. This isn't fun. But I remember that, like, my cousin, when I was younger, I took like a kickboxing class, and it was really instructive because like, I learned how to throw a proper kick, and a proper kick is horrifying. Like, literally, like, it's like not a joke. If you can kick someone, if you can torque your leg, like torque your hips the right way and kick somebody, you could break their knee. You can straight up kick their knee out of place.
You can do some major amounts of damage. Absolutely.
Your legs are comedically strong. Like, we really don't understand how much practice your legs get of just supporting your weight and how strong that makes them.
Oh, absolutely.
But I learned I learned how to throw a proper kick, and I remember I kicked the bag the first time. You're supposed to kick with the, with the flat part of your leg, or like the curvature that leans into where your foot is. And I remember I kicked the bag, and the force I felt I hit the bag with, I was shocked. I was like, oh no, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. And then we were doing another thing where we were learning about, like the punches. And we learned about like one punch where it's like you use like all of your front obliques to throw like the strongest possible punch. And I threw the punch, and I remember my muscles were fucking like they almost tore because of how much force I put into that punch. And I was like, I don't like this. This is dangerous. And I never went back. I was like, I don't want to do this no more. I don't like learning this because I don't want to use this in a fight and then kill somebody. And now I'm in jail for murdering somebody with a punch.
Now, see, the thing is, when you actually become a competent and confident fighter, you get in so... like the confrontation, you get in a confrontation is so much less because you know that you could fuck somebody up so badly. You usually your first instinct is now to just diffuse the situation because usually you're talking to a scrub and you could end them, and so you kind of just like, whatever, dude. Opposed to
that's for people that have good hearts, man. I know my cousin himself became a fucking became a black belt in Muay Thai, and he fucked people up when he was a black belt. He fucking loved it. He was like, I love it. No, because now no one can. He literally just got power to be able to have power.
There are those people.
He's one of those.
There are those people that
fucked up anime protagonists. It's like, oh yeah, now I'm just strong, and I can prove how strong I am to people.
That reminded me of when a bunch of gang members started joining the army just so they could learn how to be deadly. And they would come back home,
that's so
and then they were just the shit in their gangs and kill the shit out of people.
That's so fucking. That's just like that's like getting a bunch of fucking like maniac fucking bastards and then sending them to like a dojo where they can learn Aikido and all that shit, and then they come back. And now they can fucking fight for real. Like now you gotta worry about these guys with fucking guns and knives and then fucking katanas, bro. They run up in your house with a katana and it fucking cleave you in two. And then they run out, jump through a window, throw a smoke bomb, and they're fucking gone. You're like, what is happening? What is happening to people?
Yo, that'd be dope. That would be some good true crime stories, though. Like, there's like all these ninja massacres all over the country and shit. Yo, that'd be pretty dope.
All over Compton's a bunch of fucking feuding between the Blood and Crips, and you find out they have a bunch of ninjas. A bunch of the Bloods and Crips are ninjas, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? It's like, yeah, man, I went to Japan for 3 years, son. I got real balance within myself, and I started cutting these niggas in half, and I'm just like, what the fuck? What? He has his own sword, bro.
Like,
that's his weapon.
Like you see gangsters walking down the street, and they have swords on their fucking side. That on their hip.
The 3 swords. They got the fucking Tanto, the Wakizashi, and the Katana.
Dude.
And I'm like, what the fuck, dog? This place that's the most unsafe place to live in a country, dog. Instantly.
But it's also the coolest place, because I would need to see that. I like that.
I would have to be.
It's almost like GTA mods or something.
Yeah. I'm like, I have to become part of your gang. I'm sorry. I've always wanted to go to Japan to become a samurai, but now that I know it's just in Compton, I'm here now. I'm here. I'm invested. What do you never need me to do? I'll ride. I'll sell. I'll kill. Please, just please teach me.
Dude, no lie. No lie. If that was real, if there were dojos in South Central LA, I would 1 billion% join. Without question. I would absolutely, I want to be a samurai. Who do I have to kill? Do I have to kill somebody to be initiated? I guess I'm gonna have to kill somebody. I never thought about it before.
I don't even care if they're innocent, bro. I don't even care. You could point somebody out on the street. It could be a kid on a playground, bro. Point them out. I'll do what I must. Point them out. Give me the fucking dullest butter knife you got, and I'll go do what I got to do. All right.
Oh my god. Okay, let's diverge from killing kids with butter knives. Let's tackle some of these questions before we get on out of here.
Gotcha. Let's hear it.
Yeah. So you were talking a little bit earlier about your PC, and I know I had a question from this one punk. This is a question from Maximo Redacted.
Maximo, I know that dude.
Yeah, and this says, "Hello, Schindler's." Wow, Chris is right, dude. Dyslexic. He's like, how come dyslexic is so hard to say? Why would they pick that word? It's hard for me to say that. Schindler's dyslexic list. Hovering apes and auto-tune the mistakes away. Is that you? I don't know. Or is that?
I don't know.
I don't know who's who. Whatever. It says the question, this is for you, man. It says the question is for the almighty Sweeney, presuming that his PC isn't still catching fire because he decided to do a GPU driver update midstream like the mega mind he is. Is that something you actually did?
Yeah.
Why? Like, I don't even understand that. Like, what did you think was going to happen?
It was quick. It just turned off for a second, turned back on. I was like, oh, that's nice. It worked.
I mean, yeah, but while you were streaming?
I didn't know it was going to update while I was streaming. I just downloaded the GPU, then it happened while I was streaming. I was like, oh, okay.
All right.
Well, now we're moving. We're just going forward from here.
That's pretty nice. Really nice. All right. So it says, now that you have seen the pros and cons of owning a computer compared to console, do you feel you could start looking into customizing your hardware anytime soon? And it's a great way to learn how to do, wait, what was I say? Oh, it's there's typos. Okay. So I was like, am I retarded? But, it's basically a great way to learn the computer, how it actually works, and it really lets you achieve the most performance you can, for your money. So yeah, like, I don't know, are you going to do anything extra to it, or is it already?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm going to install some more space. I have 32 gigs of RAM, I think, or I have 16 gigs of RAM. I'm definitely going to install some more RAM. And I'm gonna customize it some more. I'm definitely gonna get used to like being able to open it up, take it apart, and put it back together. That's definitely gonna be something I'm gonna take time to do. And luckily, since my girlfriend's a computer engineer, she can help me.
Oh, there you go.
So I don't fucking just fuck my shit up and then waste a fucking few $1,000s. So yeah, definitely.
That's cool, man. Yeah,
absolutely gonna do that.
That's definitely something that I need to get a little bit more into myself. Because mine's it's due for an upgrade. It's due. It's since Red Dead 2's since they're bullshit, it's not optimized properly for you to run it at. It's hard to run it at, say, if you wanted to run it at ultra or even at high, it's kind of stupid. And so it kind of like, even running at high, the textures at high kind of looks like shit. So I definitely have to. Like, you have to run it at ultra, and I can't run it at ultra. So I was like, okay, I'm due for an upgrade because it looks better, in my opinion, on the PS4 than how I'm running it on high on my PC. Which is, I'm like, this is not right. That should not be a thing at all.
Unacceptable, bro.
Yeah, 100%. And I thought, like, okay, this has to be something. This is an issue. They're gonna fix this or whatever, but. I mean, the game's been out on PC for like a year or something, so I'm like, they ain't doing shit. So, it is what it is, unfortunately. But, all right, here's another question. This one's another simple one. Mr. Rogers Bodacious Gams Says, hey, y'all. Mr. Rogers Bojace's Gam here. Longtime listener, first-time patron, and question asker. For my first question, I got something real simple. What's your guys' favorite albums and why? I'd say maybe pick your top three.
Oh, easily. My favorite album. It's two pieces, but To Pimp a Butterfly and Untitled Unmastered by Kendrick Lamar, I think is the greatest hip hop album ever be made. I think that album is such a beautiful exploration of the acceptance of growing and leaving where you come from, but then coming back and realize that you still have so much to learn from where you started. It's unbelievable. The album is literally a masterpiece. I don't think an album will ever be better than that, like in anything. But outside of hip hop, I would say for like soul music, I would say Off the Wall. I love Michael Jackson's Off the Wall album. I fucking think it's just a fucking thwack of an album.
So we're just.
I think it's a good fucking time.
We're just supporting pedophiles here. Is that what we're doing?
Look, that's unproven. That's unproven. All right. And even if it is, all right. Even if he did do that, it's the art, not the artist I'm supporting. All right.
Hey, I'm on board. I
really hope he didn't do that.
I don't think
because if he did, that would hurt me.
Yeah, of course, I don't think he did. After reviewing all of the shit that I've seen.
Let's be quiet, Derek. Look, I don't think he did either. But I know a lot of our fans are gonna be like, "You don't think Michael did? What? You got it's because you're black and you want to support your black friend, all right? Because you're a black and you want to support a black man, all right? Don't you fucking tell me. Don't you see all the fucking proof? They knew what his dick looked like. It's like, well, I know what his dick looks like, bro. Like, what do you mean? Like, I've never seen him, man. Like,
I'll dismiss that theory right now, though, about, oh, you're just black. Dude, R. Kelly definitely did it. R. Kelly is absolutely a deviant.
Look, I'll dismiss it even more. OJ absolutely did it.
I mean, come on. Like, at this point,
OJ did it. OJ did it, but like, he did it. So we were all like, yo, he actually did it. And he got away with it. What?
That shit is...
And the hood gave him praise for it, bro.
Dude, because it was...
The hood gave him praise because of what he did something that was legendary, bro.
Because it was retaliation for the system, because the system... with Rodney King, it was such a miscarriage of justice. This was just ultimate fucking like payback to an obvious killer, obvious
bro,
blood dude,
bro.
Obvious. Like there's, and then look, here's the one thing though. Maybe he could have done something better after knowing that he got away for free. He's just like still fucking just wilding, and then also what was it? That book that they tried. Oh yeah, but before that, the book that they were trying to put out there, where it says "if I did it," but in the smallest print, in the I and the letter I, like if I did it, is the word "if." The word "if" is inside the letter I, so you can barely see it. So it just says "I did it" in big bold letters. Like they tried to sell a book like that, and I think the family like blocked it or something. And I was just like, this motherfucker is like you're such.
Look, he was high on power, bro. He was high on power because he got. Yo, look,
killed two people.
Condone that. I don't condone that he did it, bro. That's fucked up. He killed a woman. But at the same time,
he killed the dude too. He almost cut his head off.
Yeah, look. All right, he did that. All right, but think of just put yourself in these shoes for a second. All
right, I'm listening.
A black man in the 90s, bro, for about 2 centuries, dog, looking at a white woman.
Yeah.
Got you killed, man.
Yeah.
Got you fucking ostracized. This nigga killed his white wife, bro, and he got away scot fucking free. That shit is unbelievable. Like, literally, I just can't believe that he got away scot free on some bullshit, dog. A fucking glove, my nigga. A glove,
yo.
Bro. I was like, yo,
hey.
OJ's kind of the GOAT, but also fuck this guy.
Yo, it's pretty It's incredible. It really is. You gotta admit that there's only so many people with a circumstance like that. Or actually, I can't even say so many. I can say there's nobody else. There is no other circumstances
only
like
him.
that have
It's only him.
that brazen. Like there is no like that is the most brazen murder ever, and it'll never happen again because it just at this point at this level the world would collapse if there was a profile that big and then and you let somebody go. Like things would there would be a huge war. Like something would happen. And
dog, he did it. Yo, I can't. Dog, that would be some shit that would come up in my house and we would all be like, y'all know he did it, right? And we were all like, yeah, he did it. My whole house, everyone, dude. My grandma, my niece, who was like, the last time we talked about that, she was like 12, bro. She was like, yeah, he definitely did it. My niece, she was like, yeah, he definitely did that, dog.
Hilarious. Juice, man. Fucking Juice. Naked Gun. Like, what's up, dude?
OJ, bro. OJ. Orthol James, bro.
Follow that dude on fucking Twitter. It's,
it's refreshing, bro.
Yo,
it's like a glass of orange juice, honestly.
It is. Nice pun, man. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right, let's see what else we got on here for these people. Actually, I'm going to read this because it's not a question, but I thought this was interesting because I just got let me read this first. Decrepit Dan says, would love to see you guys have Count Dankula on the show. Cheers. And the only reason I wanted to respond to this is because I thought it was really interesting. As I was reading this, when I was looking at the questions, Count Dankula's wife, she's Sue Hulk on Twitter, replied to me with something. I thought that was a weird like coincidence, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Sue is a sweetheart, dog.
She is. She's great.
So
She's
fucking
great.
nice.
She's so great. And this is something that when we're like fully established, when the ball's 100% rolling, we got our cameras, we got everything is set up perfectly. Then we can start having guests on. Like we had Shu on that one time, that was awesome. And then we have other people, right, that we wanted to have in mind.
Other people lined up.
But yeah, I would love to have Count Dankula on because I love his story. Just the wild bullshit that he got into. It had no business getting as big as it did with his whole Nazi pug thing.
No business, bro.
Like it's something that was so silly, such a one-off, really, honestly, a milquetoast joke. Like it's just like, oh,
honestly,
it's a
bro.
chuckle. You're like, oh, that's cute. And then that's it. And the fact that it got so high to the biggest courts in fucking the UK, where I couldn't believe, and that's something that like I actually would love to talk and like pick his brain about everything, because I've only like just seen things here and there, but it's just like, take me through the timeline. Like, what the fuck was that, dude? Like, how and how it completely, like, I think it really transformed his life, because he's essentially like he's a celebrity now. He's had a Ricky Gervais, like, defending him and stuff like that. I love that motherfucker.
That's
dude.
insane, dog.
Like, imagine that. That'd be like
that's a glow up.
It really is. And, yeah, so I really like Count Dankula. And that was just a wild ride. And there's probably going to be internet historians. They're going to be documenting all that bullshit, like, you know, years later. Just like, remember that shit? Remember that thing that, like, in any other time in history, people would just chuckle and then forget about it forever? Like a joke of that, a joke that mild? Like, it's not even a joke to, like, you wouldn't be able to, like, take it on the road with stand-up. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I made my dog do this, and then people be like, okay, I get it. Yeah, that was cute, I guess.
Like, that's honestly something that could have been on America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yeah, dude.
Like, it's literally that. It's literally that much of a joke. But like now he's like he's a pretty big YouTuber. He's grown quite a bit. He has a good fan base, dude. Yeah, good for him, man. Good, congrats, Count.
Really, that's the way to, like, that's the ultimate silver lining, man. To take that terrible situation and then to fucking just use it to your good, and now he's killing it. Because you could be, there's YouTubers that found fame through negative situations, and then they used it in such shitty ways, and then they blew up. They imploded, essentially. There's people that imploded.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I don't have to mention them. I was gonna go into it, but I was like, I don't want to even give anybody any.
Yeah, fuck those people.
Yeah, fuck those dumbass idiots that fucking a lot of YouTubers are so fucking shit. Let's see what else we got in here. We have a lot. Actually have a lot of questions, so we can blaze through just a few more of them, and then we'll end this thing right here. Well, this is
gotcha.
Oh wait, this one actually I'm gonna save this one for when Chris is back because it's specifically about Destiny, and I haven't jumped on Destiny yet, and it was actually interesting.
You gotta hurry up.
Yeah, hey, I'll do Destiny when you fucking do Mass Effect, man.
Okay, That's gonna have to happen. All right, I got the Game Pass and everything, so I'm definitely gonna scoop that up on the Game Pass and play it.
Yeah, just wait because they leaked the remastered is coming. They leaked it. Now there isn't anything. There's been no official release that it's coming, but there was like pre-order shit that was leaked. So it's definitely a thing that's happening, and we'll probably either it's gonna drop like spontaneously, or we'll probably hear about it in 7 days. So November 7th, BioWare usually does something for Mass Effect, so we'll probably hear about it then, which isn't that far away.
Okay.
Dude, we're gonna fucking... Sure. I wonder if we're gonna know who won the fucking presidency at that time, because since everything's a little different with like mail-ins and stuff, usually we know by the end of the night, but like, I wonder if we're gonna know.
I don't even, man. I'm just
what, because I was just like, by that time, that shit will be over with, and that's gonna be awesome. But I was thinking like, is it gonna be? That sounds, I know, I'm sorry for bringing that up.
Politics.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. I apologize for even mentioning anything even remotely about it. But hey, like I think probably, I would say up till like maybe after the first quarter of next year, like my main channel, it might be nuked, man. Like I might fucking just like, well, I'm not gonna do anything with it, but I just wholesale abandon it. Just
go for it, man.
Yeah, I have a couple of sponsored obligations that I'm probably gonna finish up and then fuck around, whatever. Oh, and this is actually something I wanted to bring up on the podcast because I didn't even talk to you about it before, but I was thinking about what the fuck should I do with that channel. Because I did have a solo podcast for a while, but I wanted to do it because I was like, at the end of the day, it's fun, but I would rather riff and talk just about whatever, and just turn it into just whatever. And I was coming up with ideas because when I originally approached you about like doing a podcast, whenever it was before it was a Snark Tank, because then it turned into like, let's just continue the Snark Tank and like make it us. But before I was like, let's do something. And I just want to see if you're open to the idea of later on when all of our schedules are set, we figure all this shit out, of maybe doing a side podcast where it's just, there is zero preparation. It is just 1 hour of pure shit talking. And
absolutely. Say fewer words. It's just an hour of us bullshitting and saying whatever the fuck we want. Absolutely. I would love that. I want just one time for me to go on the internet and say exactly as fucked up shit as I can. Just one time. And just see where it goes, like if people love it or not. Because I feel like it could either go really good or like whatever career I have in it would be fucking extinguished. That would be it. They'd be like, we can't have this guy on here no more. He called everyone the worst things, dude.
Yeah, see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. And I was brainstorming some names before I even brought it, because I just brought it to your attention right now, right? I was brainstorming some names. I'm like, what the fuck could I call it? One thing was just, I was like, okay, I don't want to, because since it's just going to be random chaos, essentially, first Dark Tank was brought to the name, but I was like, I don't want to tarnish the Snark Tank brand, right?
Oh, absolutely. Like, no, don't tarnish our team, man. It could be, It could be what could it be?
I thought so. I want people to throw out some suggestions of what podcast, but the best name I came up so far, and I checked to see if there's already a podcast called this, but no. I thought of calling it just Blaxploitation.
Oh my god! Or Blaxploration. That might be good.
Blaxploration.
Blaxploration.
That's pretty good. That's not bad at all, actually.
Or Black to the Future.
No, because that's already a fucking. I think that's already actually a movie.
Really, Black to the Future?
I think Black to the Future is an actual a blaxploitation. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong.
Oh my god, that's so fucking distasteful.
We gotta see.
Oh my god,
I'm gonna see.
I literally said it was funny to me until I realized what I was saying, and I'm like, that's not funny. I shouldn't be saying that.
Okay, so it says Black to the Future is a 2009 television miniseries that originally aired on VH1 from February. The show talks about the history of events and trends of African American. Oh, I see. Okay, so it's not an actual blaxploitation, but it's just a mini series, like a what do you call it? A docu-series.
Oh man, that's lame. Fuck history, bro. We trying to do ignorant shit with our friends.
I mean, we literally could call it Black to the Future. Because it's not like that was just some stupid webisode or some thing. It's not like an actual podcast brand or anything.
I'm down.
That's such a.
I'm down to see where this goes.
That'd be cool again, because I thought basically that I was looking for something to give. I don't want to do. Pretty much for the most part, 4 years I had a good run with my main channel. And then I was also having a lot of problems with the algorithm. And recently, I felt like I was finally validated because it happened to PewDiePie, and it wasn't on purpose. But it proves that there is an issue with YouTube, that one of their biggest YouTubers, PewDiePie, is a partner with YouTube Gaming. They would have zero reason to shadow ban him. But like, say his shit was like, hey, why do I have 60,000 views on PewDiePie? And then if you searched up his videos in the search engine, they weren't showing up. Like, videos of PewDiePie were showing up, but not his channel. And then the YouTube staffers or whatever, the people, engineers, are like, we're working on it. We're figuring out whatever's happening. And this is stuff that a lot of people, including myself, have complained about. We were like, yo, what's happening in my channel? How come nobody's seeing my shit? I'm not up and recommended. I'm actually not in people's subscription boxes. Like, there's a huge fucking problem. People aren't getting my notifications, so on and so forth. And so I felt validated that, or vindicated that I was like, okay, see, I knew this was happening, but I also would tell people that I think this is just a bug. I don't think I'm being targeted. Like, YouTube don't give a fuck about me. YouTube don't give, and then obviously they wouldn't target PewDiePie because he's a partner. So it's something within their system that I feel like they can't control because they can't shut down YouTube. You can't shut down YouTube and just scrub all of their bad code and all the stuff. It's too big. It's always running. So my point being is that's been a really frustrating thing for me with my main channel. It makes me...
Yeah, it sucks, man.
Yeah. It makes me not want to be as creative because you want to put all this time and energy in creating fun shit, and then people aren't seeing it. People that are subscribed to you. They're like...
That's so lame, dude. It's so... It's been... Look, I personally... Now, I may not be a YouTuber... I may be a fledgling YouTuber at best, but I think YouTube is doomed to fail. I think it's on its way out the door at a pretty rapid rate, me personally, because a lot of things have changed. The whole entire, like, I feel like a lot of content creators don't even like making content really anymore. I feel like just the things that are succeeding are super, not high effort. And like people are like not trying to, you know, like animation isn't thriving like it should be.
Yeah.
A lot of the things that people like go and they make aren't thriving like they should be. Like I think that what's happening is that the heart of the heart of what it used to be is kind of just simmering out right now. It's kind of becoming something very different.
I agree.
That's just from my perspective. I was like, I don't think YouTube's going to be definitely the big move anymore, but definitely I feel like podcasts are the way to go. They are definitely the way to go now. They're definitely where the viewership and the growth is at right now.
It is. And it's something that I've been wanting a podcast for the longest time. I would say the first attempt that I ever did anything was in 2012, where I was recording on a cell phone with my friend, and then we were just riffing. And I still have those recordings. They're actually pretty funny. And then I did one where I think in 2013 I did like 3 episodes with my friends, and I wish we would have stuck with that, but my friends were, you know, they're in a very different avenue where it's not like they saw the potential like me, where like this is what I want to do. I listen to podcasts all the time at work. Like, I would love to do this, and I see that people are making a good living off of this stuff. But since I was in that realm, they weren't seeing it that way, so nothing ever stuck when I tried to do things with my friends. And long story short, it's cool doing the Snark Tank now. It's fucking awesome. I love doing this. I love you guys. It's always fun, like the best part of my week when we get to talk shit. And so the main channel, people behind the scenes that I talk to, they've known for a while that I've just been sick of the channel. I'm sick. The main thing is just, it really is. I'm tired of people sending me messages and saying that they're getting no notifications. That's the main thing. I'm like, I don't want to see that shit anymore. That it just bothers me at this point. I'm like, I know you're not getting it. Just don't remind me. And, but so I thought I have 2 other channels I want to focus on, my music and just an apolitical one where I fuck around with Spider-Man masks. So I thought with the main channel, what I'll do is just put a podcast on there. So it'll still exist, but I'm going to put my energy into other things like music. And that's where I feel like that's where our podcast, our side thing could just live on that fucking channel. Like, that's where.
That sounds dope, man.
Yeah. And people will like that shit, because literally just like, I just want to, let's press record, just say what the fuck ever for an hour, and then we're done with it. And then, well, if that channel gets nuked at some point, it doesn't matter. I don't think it would be, but I'm just saying, for example, that's the type of thing, because I know you have some wild shit you want to say. I know you.
Oh, of course. That's
yeah, and me too. There's a lot of holding back. There's a lot of holding back because we want this.
We're trying to be lucrative.
Yeah, we're
trying to make money. We're trying to, like, we're trying to run a business here. But that other shit, dog, that's not a business. That's just venting, bro.
That's just there, and then
that's just me. That's me getting anger out.
If people want to support it, awesome. If it gets nuked somehow, it doesn't matter. That's basically where I'm at. So that'll be fun. So yeah, I was just like, boom. I was like, I haven't even told. I've been thinking about this for I think the last week or 2 or something, and I kept forgetting. I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't even fucking said this shit. But yeah, people, dude, I'm so sick of that fucking channel. Like, I'm so sick of it. I just like when something interesting comes up, I'll do like a quick little rant, or definitely we gotta do one last Twitter trash in December.
Oh yes,
yeah, and then
we gotta do one last Twitter trash. The 3 of us, another yearly Twitter trash.
Yeah. The last one the last one was in December, so it was like, yeah, we gotta do another December one, and then we'll be fucking good to go, and then I'll feel like at peace till like whatever happens to my main channel happens, and then
I feel you.
Yeah, because I believe in the Snark Tank, nigga. I believe in it.
All right, what's up?
Yeah.
So what are we at right now? What time are we at right now? We got time for. I would say we got time for one more question. So let's see what we got.
Yeah, let's see, because let me pick the best one that I can. Well, this one looks pretty interesting. Give it. I don't actually. This is kind of stupid, but I'm gonna go with it anyway. I want to see where your head's at and see So it says, this is from Nostradamus. It says, greetings, one paragon of big dick energy and 2 obviously polar opposites. Huh.
I don't know who they're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not, because who's the polar See, sometimes
the 2 polar opposites?
Sometimes when they say shit like this, like, it's, I guess in his mind it was obvious, but it's not, because I mean, like, I could say I have big dick energy, but it's like, are you talking about big dick energy as in literal? Because Sweeney, you've talked about your notoriously big dick, or
it's not notoriously big. It's just not small. It's just definitely not small. That's it.
Well, I mean, if it's not average, and if it's not small and if it's not average, then I would say it's big, right?
Hey man, I have a penis. All right, that's all I gotta say. That's all I'm saying right now.
Now you're being modest. Okay, dude. All right, so it says, where the fuck is, okay. A fan all the way from Croatia here. Man, we got what are you, a Slav? You got some Croatians here. That's pretty cool. I always like that.
Okay.
We got people listening from all the world. I wonder if he knows Mirko Krokop, the fucking that MMA legend. I'm sure he does. If he's from Croatia, he has to know. Like, they got like probably one of the most famous
likely.
people. Let's see. I bet you Americans don't even know where that is. I know where that is, bitch. It's by Slovenia. Shut the fuck up, dude. Anyway, my question is, would you rather give up video games or the air? And he explains it this way. He says, so like, if you pick video games, you shall continue to live, but you will forever need machinery to breathe. And if you pick the air, you'll never be able to play a video game of any sort on any device ever again. Love ya and keep us laughing while we wait for an impending doom. Yes, sir. So
we will do our best, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it's a little tough, isn't it?
I would say I would give up video games before I have to go on a breathing apparatus.
Damn, me too, bro. I wasn't sure what you were gonna say. I wasn't sure.
I would have to go video games because, like, I don't know. I don't want to be pretty much a fucking android having to breathe through a fucking metal fucking pipe imported into my fucking body. I don't want that.
Yeah.
I would say that I am also, you said video games. There's still tabletop games, which are probably my favorite thing. So I could easily play D&D for the rest of my life and get video games. Also, that might increase my study habits. It might increase my libido. I might work out more.
Dude.
Like, I'm seeing benefits, but like, I love video games still because like, video games never gonna annoy me, you know. So I don't want to have an iron lung, man. So I'm gonna have to choose video games.
I feel you 100%. Like, that's exactly my thought too. And even I remember when Joe Rogan got a bunch of shit for trashing video games. I forgot exactly what he said, but I agreed with it to a certain extent, to like because he was as pertaining to his life and it was pertaining to mine too, where I realized that since I play video games, I don't make money when I'm playing video games. I was streaming on Saturdays months ago, but 99.9% of the time when I play video games, it's to relax. I'm chilling, I'm playing, but I play too much. I could be doing something else. I could be working out. And it does, for me personally, it gets in the way. There's other people that are killing it. They're making money. They're just playing a few rounds on whatever, and then they're done. But like, that's not how I typically play. So if I got rid of them altogether, it would suck, of course. But I love playing music. I love working out and all this stuff that a lot of times I kind of neglect because, dog, there is so much shit on Steam. There is
video games is so much easier to do. You don't gotta go work. You don't gotta go and work. You know, I gotta go and work out. You know, like like 85% of working out is getting to the gym. Truth be told,
it's real talk.
Or even going for a run. Like, it's like once I get to the track, I'm gonna go around my fucking 6 laps. You know, I'm gonna fucking speed walk or jog around my 6 laps. You know, like I'm there already. It's too late. What am I gonna do other than just getting it done? But like video game, it's right there. All I gotta do is roll my fat ass over, grab my controller, turn it on, and bam, instant endorphins. I'm fucking killing people. I'm doing all this cool shit. So it's really easy. It's really easy. It's easier to do. So
I couldn't agree more, dude. That's exactly. This is when
it's just easier.
This is like perfect harmony. And that's why like I've thought about this. I've thought about this, man. So, the one game that I play every day, it's just because there's daily login and there's daily like quest and stuff that like I just complete. But every once in a while, I'll waste too much.
Raid?
Yeah.
It's raid. I fucking knew it.
Dude, I've thought about this though. All right. So this is my dilemma. My dilemma is that I've been playing I've been playing since probably like before the summer of last year. Like, so around when Game of Thrones started to debut, I started the season 8. I started playing around that time. So I've invested all this time into it. And I invested a little bit of money into it when I was actually getting sponsors from them. And so now it's just been kind of like quiet. A lot of stuff is happening in the game now since they had new management. My dilemma is sometimes I'm spending too much time like trying to beat certain things about the game. Like there's this thing called Faction Wars. I'm spending too much time trying to beat it because it takes way too much time to get everything perfect to be able to beat it. Now my dilemma is I'm like, I need to stop. I need to get away from this because there's times where I could be doing something much more productive, and then this thing is like a click away to open the app. Like it's on.
Absolutely.
And then so like it's just it's always sitting in front of my face. I get on my PC in the morning and then it's right there and I'm like, fuck, and I just click it and open it and shit. And I thought about selling my account because it actually it's all dope and stuff.
God.
Like I thought about getting rid of it, dude. This is my thing. I was like, all right, I need to stop, but like at the same time I'm like, no, I don't want to get rid of it. Then all that work that I've put into it over this time. So my whole thing is like I'm kind of stuck and I don't know if I should get rid of it or not. Because I thought about giving it away. I've seen people give away their accounts for free. I saw some people selling them. I haven't really figured it out, and I don't know. I'm gonna see what's up. Before that, I'll probably just get a little bit more into just feel it out. I'll probably talk to people, the handful of people, because I talk to the raid community a lot, like within it, but I don't know anybody like personally. I don't know people like really listeners. I don't really know that many people that play. And maybe I shouldn't talk to them because they'll probably pull me in even further. I don't know, man.
Honestly, dude.
I don't know. I think
all I gotta say is that look, all I gotta say, if you love it, you love it. If you like it, do it, you know? If you're not hurting anybody, if you're not causing pain to anyone, bro, enjoy your fucking game, man.
Yeah.
I stay away from games like Raid because I know I might get sucked in. That's why. There's a game called Warhammer 40K.
Yeah, I know that.
That I see all the time, and I literally adamantly stay away from it because I know that game will suck me in. Like, I'm like, people like bring up Warhammer, and I'm like when I'm streaming, and I'm like, shut the fuck about Warhammer. I don't want to hear any of that shit. Get that out of here. Get that Warhammer shit out of here. None of that.
Yeah, my homie's fucking
it fucking scares me, bro.
My homie has spent stupid amounts of money fucking just on Warhammer because he works in he's been working in a comic shop since like 2008, and then he always
dude.
plays Warhammer, and he was the one that's actually done a couple of D&D campaigns for me and my friends, and so I feel you. That shit seems pretty interesting, and that's basically, this is my first type of game of anything like that where I've invested, because I'll play, obviously people know I love Mass Effect, but like to me all it is I just need to play this for a few hours and then I'm done. Like this shit is constantly going and constantly updating. This is the first type of game that I truly played like this, where it just keeps going and they keep adding new stuff that's just kind of keeping you intrigued. But I'm also not rich, so it's not a big deal to me. It's not like, I'm gonna say this and then we're gonna wrap this shit up. There was a tournament within that game just over the weekend where you need to summon champions, and that's how you get the most points, right? And there's the global leaders who gets the most points. So the points were pretty, like, say 80-something thousand, which is like, holy shit, these people are probably spending a few $1,000s to get this many points. This is crazy. But there was this one cunt that was number one that people calculated that for the amount of points he needed to get, he had to spend on average $30,000. And like,
oh no, oh no.
I was like,
oh no.
What?
I almost fell asleep. Oh god, that's too much.
That is so crazy.
$30,000. Holy
bro, you can buy a
shit.
fucking badass car. You can put fucking down payment on a house. And so you have to imagine this person either fucked their life savings or they're just beyond wealthy. It's one or the other. It's like, there's no in between.
That game has to be very lucrative for me to be able to pay that much money. Like, you have to be making real money from that shit.
Dude, people are just, some people are they're just addicted. I will say though, like, if you're a fan of turn-based and like fucking that dark fantasy like type of shit, yeah, it is a fucking fascinating game. I just hate the pay to win aspect because I can't be number one because you have fucks like that spend $30K. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Like you're
never gonna beat them.
Can't be on the top because of those people. Like some of the most smartest and savviest fucking people that are so good they can only get to a certain level because they're like, I'm not emptying my wallet. Like, what the fuck? But yeah.
You gotta make a choice, man.
You gotta make a choice. But that's my biggest dilemma. I actually thought about just getting rid of it just because I can easily spend like an afternoon just reconfiguring my champions of like, oh, I need to re-gear them for this part of the game. And I could spend hours just doing that. That's how like
Oh my
It's-
god, bro, you're stuck. You're stuck.
It's hard, man. Like, dude,
inside.
it's just one of those things where, like, I think you can appreciate, like, just where you have to be smart to figure out how to beat shit. Cause, you know, really smart people make shit. They're like making these bosses and you have to like really fine tune shit to be able to beat it properly. I appreciate that.
That's pretty dope.
I appreciate that aspect. I just don't appreciate people that are rich and they can do rich stuff.
Yeah, fuck the rich. Fuck the rich. Fuck you guys.
I mean, if I was rich, I wouldn't say that, but fuck the rich. You know,
fuck you guys, man. Fuck you. I don't care. Even if I was rich, I'd say fuck you guys.
yeah.
But I guess this is the end of the podcast.
Hell yeah.
Before we go, if you guys want to buy some merch from us,
Oh, yeah.
you can go to snarktankmerch.com. We can get there real quick, pick up some hoodies, some other stuff. Also, if you like what you see today, you can support us at Patreon. $1 donation a month will get you early access to the podcast. $5 a month will get your questions read on the show. $10 a month will give you access to our Discord, which we are going to revamp soon. $15 a month gets you a Snark Tank. We still have stuff in development for $15 a month. We're working on that. But $25 a month will get your name dyslexically read at the end of the show, which Chris will now do.
Nah, Chris ain't doing that shit. Fuck him.
Yeah, Chris is dead.
Yeah, he ain't doing that shit. I'm gonna pull that shit out my ass right now. Watch.
Or you are? Okay, let's see, man.
Let me make sure I'm all ready to go and I don't fuck this thing up. Okay, yeah, I think I have them all ready to go. Here we go. How did we even get here? Podcast. Is that a real podcast? Is that a?
That's us pretty much.
Yeah, that is us. That's true. Okay. All right, so here we go. Holden McCoy, Leroy Jenkins. I am Chris Maldonado and I love sprinting in Halo. Matthew Barrett Clark, Cataclysmic Cunt, Hard Hat Skydiver, Jessica Barry, Absolute Wagon, Banana 101 ASDF, Sargon's Childlike Tom Sweeney Fuck Doll, that he trolls onto the face of. What the fuck? Of course, it was inevitable. We're gonna get some Sargon stuff. Tyler Durden, my balls freeze during the winter. Mine too. The Billy the Big Ball Brawler, Shronik the Swamp Hog, Alaskan oil-filled trash. Chris would be a twink if he cared about hygiene. I wish my dad kissed me like Tom Brady. Lieutenant Lipton's famous teabag facials. Not an FBI agent. Juan Punch Man. Marcus Shorten. Mr. Fuck. Abusi. Papa Nurgle. Som Tweenies. Clesty Clamp. Sam. Fuck you, man. He fucked everything up. Som Tweenies. Clesty Sam Zoss. Amy Connie, Barracks Angry Horny Parrot, Zesty, Keith David, Chris's 69 gigabytes of Coco Bandicoot, Hentai, Game Controller 25, Danny DeVito, Spooky, Lovecraftian, Draconian, Dick Bone, Cujo FD.
Oh my god.
That's pretty hot, right? Sweeney's Weenie Sleevey, Murder Ascended, David Connolly, the dyslexic that feels Chris's pain, Dunderhead, Ben Douglas, Chris, I already tried therapy. It didn't work. Wait, what's the rest of this? Some of these are too long, man. You guys are putting your name so long. You have to get the rest of you have to highlight it. Chris already tried therapy. It didn't work. And now I read the names like we pay you to. Oh, I get it. And that's why he makes it long like that on purpose. What an asshole. Lobotomized Jesus is my drooling dive savior. Oh my God. I'm having a fucking stroke right now. All right. Haku, what meter long fetus? She tasted like innocence. Oh my god, Moto Zealot, Mike Tyson's left hook, Sweeney the Kawaii Waifu, Hiroshima, Spicy Mushrooms, Chris Chan, Soul Calibur created character. Oh my god, that's so long. Beating up a Mary Lee Walsh, the dean from Piedmont, Virginia Community College. That's terrible. A level 1 cleric. Derek's unyielding sex drive. It will never die. Dummy Thick Dave. Oh my god. I'm more
Dummy Thick Dave.
I think I'm more dyslexic than Chris. Big Dude 0444. The Heartless Wretch, aka the Black Man from Staten Island. Dobby's Freedom Cemented in Semen. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Nice. Come inside my tummy. The ghosts that lived in the apartment above Chris. Hey, wait, is it Anne Sweeney? Yeah, Anne Sweeney. Okay.
Sweeney, yeah.
Yeah, Jolly Old Spirit, Emperor Palpatine, Hugger Derek, Blatino Extraordinaire. Oh, he's a Blatino now, huh? Interesting. Carson Jones, Keith Sweeney, the Bricked, Keith Sweeney bricked his PC in 6 days. Days Therian. Because this was Keith Therian David. Interesting. So Keith Sweeney bricked his PC in 6 days. Therian David. All right, that's a mouthful. Fuhei, the Progerian Hunter classic. Deflated left ass cheek. Mario Judah is just Tom Sweeney in the New Year's video where he brutally rapes Paul. Did that happen?
Oh my god. Yeah.
That's pretty hot.
I sexually assault Paul. He's a fucking llama though. He doesn't matter.
Sunny Chance, the Blampy that dangles Toby Shootman, already the one-man party. Please love me. We do love you.
Of course we do, bud.
Melphis one El Calibron. Oh my god, I'm so terrible. Richter 86.
I know it's Melphis 1, yeah.
Melphis 1, yeah. I don't know why. I was trying to say it since I saw the accent on the other word, I just thought like it has to all be accented or something. It fucked my brain up. Yeah, so Richter 86 and King of Hazard. Mayan word.
Thank you guys for tuning in today. It's been fucking fantastic. I love you guys.
I'm a big dog, big bear, nigga. I'm a lion. I'm a predator.
Oh my god.
Sweeney is
Okay,
a
guys.
lion.
Thank you guys for tuning
You're
in
not
to this
nigga
another episode
enough.
of the Dark Tank podcast. We appreciate all the love and support. Make sure to like us, leave us nice comments
Now
on
it is
the
time for you
freaking
to die very
iTunes
gay.
and Spotify. And with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here because I don't want to hear
You
fucking
have been warned.
Derek discontinue. Okay, I'm out. Fuck this. I'm gone.
No, dude. Fuck, man. Why does Mario Judah hate me so much?
I fucking hate that.